A very warm welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining us for this 41st episode of the IT India Digital Conversations. I hope you and your near and dear ones are doing okay and doing good, keeping safe. And I am Suman Bhaumik, as you know, your host for this series, and I lead the events development for the IET in India. But before we begin our session, please allow me to take a couple of minutes and tell you a little bit about the IET and our session today. The Institution of Engineering and Technology, also known as the IET, is a 150 years old professional organization inspiring, informing, and influencing the engineering community to engineer a better world. As a diverse home across engineering and technology, we share knowledge that helps make better sense of the world to solve the challenges that matter. At IIT India, we want to grow actionable knowledge, want to solve India-centric engineering issues, and want to enhance people's lives using technology and thought leadership to drive innovation. I have a short video about who we are and what we do and what it is to become part of the IIT family. Give me a minute while I play that.
Our world is changing.
Engineering is changing.
Society is changing.
We are changing.
We're here to inspire,
Inform.
Influence.
And change perceptions.
Demonstrating how important engineers and technicians are in our lives.
Championing achievements.
Helping to create new technologies that enable us to thrive.
And inspiring future generations to make a difference.
Together, we discover new concepts by turning theory into practice.
Create solutions to society's biggest challenges.
Share knowledge and expertise through our networks.
Grow by developing new skills and capabilities.
Evolve and adapt for the future.
We are the IET.
Together, we are engineering a better world.
That was the video. Together, we are engineering a better world, and what better way to do so than what we're going through now. Now, coming to the topic of our discussion today and the event at hand, all I could say is when you talk about business analytics, the market is set to cross $103 billion in the next 3 years. Data analytics has been a sought after skill for many years now, and the demand for skilled business analysts is only expected to rise here on. Skilled data analysts help organizations and businesses, as you know, make sense of discrete data and gain precious insights that can help them grow, make data-backed decisions, and reap the benefits to enhance sales, better customer satisfaction, and better inventory management. But if you're still undecided about a career in business analytics, think no further, as we have got you covered. Our webinar today is on Future in Business Analytics, Career and Opportunities. And this is very important to us because this marks the beginning of the partnership with Jigsaw Academy. And through this partnership, we aim to provide future-focused skills through curated courses which deliver the results you need to catapult your career. We are sure that this partnership with Jigsaw Academy would help our members who are engineers, entrepreneurs, and technology enthusiasts to enhance their business and technology skills through some of these in-demand courses to become future leaders. And for those of you who aren't members of the IT yet, I think this is a good opportunity to know more about us and the benefits that membership offers. And become one member, which will only entitle you to not only have exclusive discounts on this course, but on many such courses which we're offering from Jigsaw, and various other benefits which will help you shape your career better. Now, introducing our speaker today is Chandrika Bhargava, who is the Head of Academic Delivery, IT, ITES, and Data Science at UNext Learning Private Limited. She is an RPA certified RPA Platform Automation Anywhere from RPA Platform Automation Anywhere. She's also certified Automation Anywhere trainer. She's a PMP, a project management professional, and has 20 plus years of experience in the field of IT delivery, also as training and people development. Her experience spans across technical and functional areas in Oracle application and e-business space and Oracle Fusion technology space. Welcome to the IT India Digital Conversations, Chandrika, and thank you for joining us today. As always, I would encourage everyone in attendance to keep posting your questions in the questions tab, and we'll take them once the discussion is over. You can also put your comments and queries or doubts that you have in the chat window. We have the Jigsaw team also with us here in the audience. They will help you answer some of those queries or doubts that you have. Over to you now, Chandrika. You're on mute, Chandrika.
Thank you, Suman. Thanks for that introduction. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thanks for being available for this particular session. I'm Chandrika. I'm currently in the data science space and really enjoying it. And today I just want to introduce you to the course. We have this on the IPPA, which can get you into the data analytics space. Let me start sharing this particular details as we go. And I also have along with me my Jigsaw team. We have from the project management team, from the sales team, and also the placement team. Once I talk to you about the importance of data analytics and data science space and how you can get into it, we can probably have a good Q&A session, and hopefully all your queries will be answered at the end of this session. Okay, so let me just share my deck. Is it visible, Suman?
Yes, it is. It is, Chandrika. You can probably just hide that bar saying stop sharing wala part. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay, good. So, hi everybody. So, the course we are proposing, we are going to speak to you today is on the IPBA integrated program on business analytics. This is has been designed along with, as you can see here, Indian Institute of Management Indore, and also by Jigsaw Professionals, which is, as you all know, Jigsaw currently is a number one in data analytics space. Now, I'll just briefly take you through about us. Jigsaw Academy currently is part of the bigger UNext, which is also consists of Manipal University of Jaipur, the Merit Track, who does a lot of testing and assessments, and also we also do a lot of online, that is B2C trainings, and also plenty of B2B trainings. You can see here. At all the different levels, the leadership level, the entry level, and of course at the mid level, as part of a complete employee life cycle in their career. Okay. As you can see there, we are all in all the spaces, the pre-joining, the skill upgrade, the mid-level skill upgrade, and also the leadership and the architecture thing. So this about me, worked in one of the best IT companies in the world, IBM, and then Infosys, and then before I joined Unix Jigsaw Academy, like have a lot of experience in IT, but I wanted to keep changing things, and now because of my love of the data science, now currently I am with Unix Jigsaw Academy, getting into the space of data science, right? Okay, so I just want to see how many of you are conversant with what is data analytics. So the fact that today you all are here, I can see that you are interested in data and data analytics. You all want to, anybody want to say anything about it, like, or you just want to raise your hand and say or talk about it, or you want me to start? I just want it to be a very interactive session. I don't want it to be one-sided. So as our guest, I'm just asking you today, would anybody know anything about data and analytics? Would they want to share their experience?
So, Chandrika, what I am doing is we'll have a run a poll here with the audience. to check how many of them are familiar with data science and how many are not. So, we'll get a fair percentage of people there as you go on.
Yeah, awesome, Suman. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the poll that we have just done, asking a basic thing about how many of you are familiar with data science or how many of you are actually using data science in your daily business. We can run it for a minute, Chandrika, and then probably you could analyze and start based on that.
You'll have to tell me what is the result.
Can you see it on the screen? Do you see it on the screen? The poll that I am just...
No,
okay,
I'm not able to see.
Maybe because you've shared your screen, that's why. So we have 60% people saying they are familiar with data science, while 40% are saying they are not.
Okay, that's really good combination. Yes.
Yeah, maybe you can consider it 65-35 and move on, because as we speak.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, so before that, I just want to pose some questions. Who is the most valuable retailer these days? Who is doing a lot of retail selling? Can you just answer that?
Yeah, you could just put it on the chat, people. I mean, whatever Chandrika is asking, you can use the chat to answer things like this. We'll try and make it as interactive as possible, because
I'll give you 30 seconds and then I'll give you the answer.
you have some of them coming up now as we speak, Chandrika, on the chat. Do you see them?
No, I can't.
You can just click on the chats on the right hand side, and you will be able to see them. Not there on your screen. You have to come back to Amit. And but anyway, since you're there on the presentation, I'll help you with that. So there are people who are saying Amazon, Flipkart, Walmart, Reliance, online retailers. People have said e-commerce, pharma companies.
I agree with them. I would biggest I would put it as Alibaba, but now they've gone into some problem. Yes, Amazon, definitely yes. Then taxi operator. I'm sure most of you know that. Again, Uber, it doesn't own any vehicle. Same like Amazon, who don't hold any of the the products as in their inventory. And the most popular media company.
So you have Netflix, you have Google, you have Amazon Prime.
Okay.
YouTube.
I would say Facebook. They don't create any content, and you see so much content there, right?
True.
Does Facebook create? Do they take pains to create anything? No. So what am I trying to say here? Whether it's Uber or Amazon or Facebook, they're creating so much of data. How is this possible? How they're doing so much of business without having any brick and mortar store, or without connecting too much in person? How are they doing it? Right? So that's what we'll talk about. That is the preamble to our data and data analytics. You're just seeing a word cloud of what all different things that comes when data, when you talk of data analytics, big data, artificial intelligence, reporting of data, predictive. So many things comes in. So we'll take each one by one and try to see what is it all about. Okay. What is data? We saw the data is all the different things. The way when you bought a pair of shoes or a shirt or a dress or a sari on Amazon, you created a data. When you made a your any trip on Uber from place A to place B, you created some data. And when you posted your latest picture or your profile or any of your functions that happened in at home or office, then you created data. It's all about data, data, and data. Now, where do we use that data, and what is data analytics, right? So here we call it data as a data analytics or data science. It's an art, and you are the artist who are creating all this, right? And there are different ways we can use data. Generally, I remember it as DPP. So data can be descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and finally prescriptive analytics. As the words itself indicate, descriptive is what is already data already available, and we are trying to come out with a picture of what has happened, how it has happened, like Amazon sales. Amazon recently had a sale, and I'm sure it's going to come up with another sale for festive season. They had recently for the Independence Day. So they want to know what are all the things, what profile, how many people bought, right? That is their descriptive analytics. Now, depending on that, now they're going to come up with another sale, right? They want to see based on this during the festival time, what is it last time during the festival time they bought. Based on that, they want to bring in more and more of inventory in that particular areas, like dresses or diyas or the new jewelry or the furniture or the paints, whatever people do deck up their houses during that time. So these are all the inventory they have to build, and what is the kind of pricing they have to do. What is the pricing that sold maximum during the last sale. Based on that, they'll predict that, and they'll come up with a pricing list. That is predictive analytics. And then finally the prescriptive. They want certain things to happen in a particular way. That we'll come to that. I will talk to you about that in the next sector. So here, coming to the data is a science of solving business problem, and that is a data analysis or data science, and it's also how to make a particular business profitable, successful. So that is where the decision science derived from the data analytics is derived. So data is also the new oil in all our businesses. Our business thrives and goes ahead completely based on data-based decisions. It's got a tremendous power to make particular business either successful or they are not. Whenever a new product is being launched, the main thing that comes up in everybody's mind is will it sell? Now today you have this data and the data analytics, the power of data analytics to decide at least to what extent this can be a success. Okay. So in this data, there's a multiple hidden dots. As a data analyst or a data scientist, it's your job to do the analysis, connect all these different dots and come up with a beautiful story, so visual and tell it in a visual manner, right? So nobody's going to understand your Excel sheets or your PPTs. We need to come up with a beautiful visual story wherein we tell this story saying, look, this is how the sales happened last time, this is how it could happen this year, and this is the amount of accuracy with which we can tell by building this particular machine learning model, right? That's what we are going to see, how we can do all that. So that is about the what of the analytics and how the business can thrive using analytics. Now, why of the analytics? Why do we need it? Like I said, prescriptive. I'm sure all of you use any one of these, either Netflix or Hotstar or Sony Live, or so many other things are there. And of course, Netflix being one of the most popular, I picked this. So how do you see movies? How do you see TV series? It generally, there is what we call as an algorithm there. Depending on what has been your pattern of seeing what you have been looking for in the past 1 month or 1 week, so it will start suggesting. It also looks, if you have logged in, if you have created a profile and you have given your details from the perspective of age, sex, what is your profession and other things, they will see, okay, this particular profile saw this movie and what is the rating they gave. They liked this, did not like, or they said it's okay kind. And based on that, they will look at similar profile and say, oh, okay, if this was liked by this many people of similar profile, then it's good. They're going to come and, recommend the same thing to you. That is from the perspective of recommendation models that we can build using data analysis and data science. Right? So same thing you must have seen in Amazon also. The moment you try selecting some product, so Amazon is quite popular now, but it's been there for quite some time. Earlier, they were only selling books. When we were like studying and all, we used to try by buying books. I'm talking about 15-20 years ago. So even then they had this recommendation. You are selecting this particular book. The person who bought this book also bought these and this. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm trying to read something in electronics. Okay, this Millman and Halkias. Oh, okay. The person who bought Millman and Halkias also bought two other Indian authors who had written more understandable way, right? So from that perspective, okay, I can try at least one of them, and we buy that and see how good it is, see the review, and then we go on and buy it, right? So this is the kind of analytics that is applied in today's world. You can see here the data again. According to Netflix, over 75% of the viewer activity is based on personalized recommendations, right? And they earn over $1 billion in customer retention because the recommendation system accounts for 80% of the content streamed on the platform. So they quickly see what you are looking for, and if not, it is already there. They try to come up with it within a week or two, so that you still stay with Netflix and don't go looking for a particular TV series or a particular movie that may not be there, but maybe it's in Hotstar or maybe it is in another ABC, service provider. They don't want you to go there, right? So that's why they have built powerful recommendation systems which allow them to take you through all this, right? So that was need for analytics about analytics. Now need for analytics in the different domain spaces. I'm sure all of you must have used any one of this in an everyday basis. Telecom, all of you all have a mobile phone, either it is a Vodafone or Airtel or whatever, and they want to know what is the churn, how many of them have been with us, how many are likely to leave, how many are on prepaid, how many are on postpaid, right? So, and they don't want to lose you if you already are on one. The other one, they don't want you to lose to a Vodafone or a Airtel or anything, because they know if they don't come up with the right kind of product for you, you're going to leave and go to another. So they're continuously managing and working on your data and your requirements to ensure that there is no churn and you don't go and find another service provider. And banks, I'm sure all of you are getting calls. You want this loan, you want that loan. How are they getting you there? They've seen that in the past, this is the kind of salary you have, this is the kind of EMIs you're paying, and and this is the kinds of loans you have already taken. So surprisingly, the more loans you take, the more they want to give because your credit rating is high. Right? So that is true all over the world. The more loans you take, the more you pay back on time, the more your credit rating goes up and people are ready to give you. Healthcare, right? So the different kind of medical insurances you have taken, the different hospitals and the specialists you are seeing, they also want to align. And now there is some healthcare system that is available. Recently, some of them did connect with me and say, look, the hospital comes next. We want to manage your health in such a way that you don't have to fall ill. You shouldn't fall ill. You shouldn't need a hospitalization. That is their plan, right? So that's a kind of services that is coming up. Pharma, definitely. Medicines, you have so many, 1 dozen apps through which you can buy medicines. And then of course you have retail supply chain, like you all only spoke about, Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart and other things. And sports, right? How much of data analysis you can do in sports. See, the good part is, when you come talk of data and analysis, it need not be only technology. It involves a lot of business and other things. I'll talk about it down the line in some of the slides. So that also speaks about what is your current strength and where you can get. So similarly, there is HR, where they want to see how many people are going to leave us or how many more we have to hire. Marketing, retail supply chain, the biggest part, wherein all kinds of this thing, inventory they have to maintain. What is it, the ordering they have to do, etc. Okay, so now coming to, now that you are suitably impressed to get into data analytics and data science space, what is it that you have to do? Right? Is there a data analyst or a data scientist in you? Let's see. Key traits. You need to do be a bit more methodical, self-motivated. You need to have a passion to learn, open-minded and flexible, imaginative, curious and skeptical about what is this data saying, and capable of spotting pattern, meaning you need to have an eye for detail and see how the data or the numbers are changing. And you need to have an analytical mind. Why? The When once you become a data analyst or a data scientist, you need to start applying it to the real world problem, right? And the real world problem comes in big chunk, and we can't address it as a big chunk. You need to break it down into smaller pieces. So you need the analytical mind to do that, right? And you need to be able to be a decision maker, conclusive, and ability to recognize a value when you see it, like when you are promoting a product, so okay, this particular product has some value, people can get value from it, let me try and sell it. It could even be a banking product, it could be a technical product, it could be a something like an automobile or mobile phone, or it could even be a training product like we are trying to promote, right? Key characteristics: creativity, curiosity. You need to have a strategic perspective, because there'll be a countless number of tools and theories and techniques being applied, but which one to apply at what time, that's where the strategic perspective helps. And a statistical and technical expertise, and of course good and effective communication skills, and a passion to continuously keep learning, right? So these are all the typical ones. Don't get scared. We can still, all of us can learn. Don't worry about that. I'm a classical example of that. I'm not intelligent, I'm not very this thing, but yes, I've learned a lot of technologies and tools. And even at this point in time, being able to learn data science and data and analytics. Okay, so what do you need to be good in analytics? A strong quantitative skill, meaning math skills, and a thirst for knowledge, and a logical and analytical mind. So the key pillars of a typical data scientist or data analyst is the business part, the math part, and technology part. So the thing is, some of you could be mainly in the business part now, like you've done as a BBA or an MBA and working in a particular domain, or some of you could be in pure math area, or some of you could be in the pure technology area. So all of you all can get into the data science space, because each of you have a strength. Person who is in the business domain, you already have the business capacity to, you have understood the business. It could be the domain could be a banking, a retail supply chain, or you could be working in an insurance space or pharmaceutical space. You already know that the different functionalities, the data that is being created there, right? And all you have to do is learn a bit of a math. Then that's when you become a data analyst or business data analyst. So between business and math. Or you are already in the technology space, and then you, of course, you also have the mathematical skills, but you don't have so much of a business. But let's work on your strength in technology, and you can combine your technical knowledge, be more focused on your coding and querying and programming tactics, and you become more of a data scientist, right? So there is a role for everybody in this space, the data analytics and business data analytics and data science space. Everybody has a role, and everybody, based on their strength, they can build and their career aligned to a particular role. Okay. So now, why IPBA, right? Why this particular program from IPBA and Jigsaw? Why is this a differentiator? Like we already said earlier, we are working with IIM, which has a lot of value in today's market, and created by Jigsaw, which is still ranked #1. And we also work with a lot of the corporate clients. We know their domains. We know the typical real world problems that is there. All that will be used in our case studies, so that you are already aware of it. So you can also see here some of our success stories written in the blogs by our students. Of course, you can get access to it by visiting our website, right? Let's quickly look at the learning journey. What does it involve to become a data analyst in this particular integrated program in business analytics, right? So there's a integrated program created along with the faculty there in IIM and by the best of the minds in the industry as part of the Jigsaw Academy initiative, right? There is a joint certificate also that will be given, and this course is for 10 months with live classes, how many hours, everything. There's a detailed brochure, you can look into it, and at the end you bring your own project and work on it. It's not like a simple project we give you and you work on it. No, you can bring in whatever space you're currently working, something you can connect with, something you can understand. You can bring that, and we will work with you with that. We will mentor you. We will help you identify what are all the different business problems that can be there, and we'll help you solve the problems by applying the it could be the analytics techniques, or it could be the data science part of the machine learning techniques. But yes, we'll help you complete that project by building the right kind of solution to it. Looking at the detail here, 120 plus hours of live online classes along with 30 hours of in-person. So this in-person is at the induction of the program, but we have to be a little skeptical about it now because of the pandemic. Otherwise, for the other batches, we have taken them straight up to IIM Indore, and the induction has happened there, right? And if things get normal, yes, that will be resumed and you can still be there. And you can also become alumni for life for a small fee. You can always call yourself an IIM Indore alumni. And of course, there is placement assistance from Jigsaw Academy for this. So we'll help you write the resume, and especially the resume, creating the right resume becomes very important depending on what is a keyword that is currently being accessed on the job portal, right? We'll help you build that. Access to job portals, where in different job portals, what are all the jobs that is coming up. We'll give you the links to that and notifications. Interview preparations also will be done. Okay. The eligibility criteria, at least 50% in any of the bachelor degree. Some, or you can, and along with that, you can also provide valid some of the competitive exam scores that is listed here, and of course minimum 1 year of post qualification work experience, because that domain exposure in a real world work atmosphere becomes very, very important. Okay, you can see the typical certificate, how it looks, just illustrative. Yes, if you get into this, you can, this can be yours. And then what is in it after end of all this, the salaries that is there in the analytics space. After 1 year qualification, you experience, you come join. Entry levels we are seeing anywhere between 6 to 10 lakhs depending on what kind of domain you are getting into. And after 8 years, after 3 to 5 years, it's 12 to 20, and after 8 we are seeing 30 and above, so which is a huge change from the current perspective. Okay, some of the inputs, the reviews written by others. Okay. And I just want to end this with an interesting video. And then along with me, I have Jigsaw sales team who can answer your questions regarding joining this program. I have Cheyenne, who is a placement officer, who can answer the questions regarding the placement. And of course, I'll be there to answer any of your questions, right? We can then move on to question answer session. And let me just go to this. Are you able to see this video?
Yes, I think they can now.
4 years ago, we started to wonder.
Chandrika, would you reshare it again?
Grab what you want and just go.
It's not shared?
No, I think it stopped presenting. If you can start presenting again and show the video.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We started to wonder. 4 years ago, we started to wonder.
You can maximize the screen, Chandrika.
What would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store, so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nice. I think it's very similar to what we already have here, Chandrika. I don't know about other places, but in Bangalore, obviously, this big basket. So there is something called Big Basket Instant, wherein they have these kiosks placed in various societies, wherein you just scan the code and you pick stuff and pick
You
them
can do
up
that
and
in
keep them
Spar
back.
also. I've seen this in
Yeah.
Spar. Because I just wanted to show it today. The way we pay our a milkman or somebody using Google Pay or something, or buy everything on Amazon, especially during pandemic. Shortly, this is how the world is going to be, right? So it's very important that
True.
we understand this is where the world is heading, and if we want to be part of that, if we want to have some contribution in it or some views into it, it's very important we all get onto that bandwagon, whatever it is, and learn it. And believe me, it's not difficult. I think I spoke enough. Over to the Q&A now. Depending on what are the questions, we can invite from our team.
So we haven't got any questions yet from people, Chandrika. What we could do is we could invite an alumni who is with us today, Pramod Pathe, who has been an alumni of this course, and he can obviously talk a lot about his experiences and his feedback about this. So I'll invite him to the stage.
Pramod is an alumni. Folks, please listen to him.
Hi, Pramod. Are you there?
Hi. Good afternoon to all you guys.
Good afternoon. Pramod, would you like to switch on your video, your camera?
Sorry. Yeah.
There. Thank you, Pramod, for joining us. If you could just tell a little bit about yourself first and then talk about your experience.
Sure. Very good afternoon, all. Totally, I have 20 years of experience into pharma, banking, and financial industry. Everyone here must have done their research and everything. I'll tell you about my experience. I'm a proud alumni of IIM, I could say that. The value add. Everyone comes here. What value add this course would give me? Believe me, guys, this course helps a lot. And a certification from Jigsaw and IIM, it carries a lot of weightage in the industry. I'm not from any marketing or sales team from Jigsaw. I am just an alumni. I'm talking about my personal experience and my colleagues, my friends who are there with me during the course. First of all, I would like to say we all have had our favorite teachers or professors in the school and colleges, because there might be some special reason, some type of teaching. Here at Jigsaw, you will find each and every professor who are so friendly, so thorough with the topic. They are all, I think, so PhD in their respective languages or subjects which they are teaching. You ask them any scrap question, they are there to answer you guys. This is how you learn. People from IT industry, okay. People from other backgrounds, if you have any doubts, anything on that, then and there, they are there to answer you. You clear your doubts then and there, obviously. Secondly, when in my banking industry, to launch a new scheme, to launch new products, to launch loan products, this course helps a lot. One more thing. Yesterday, I had a Skype interview with Garware Fibers, and they wanted someone at Mississauga, Canada, which I have completed my first round within 15 days of completing my course. My boss over here wants to retain me. He's fighting, he's giving me some offers. Colleagues of mine who are there, we have an informal group of us. We all had 15 people in 30 days got a 35% hike, and they are some people have joined somewhere with a hike immediately, just because of the Jigsaw and IIM certification. Believe me, people over there, the HR over there, the bosses over there, they have done their research and they know the value of Jigsaw and IIM over there. Secondly, people over here might be at a GM level. I see many people GM or a CEO level. Sir, your point, your thinking would after this course would be from a different perspective. If you want to take over some sick companies, if you want to make your own company, you believe me, it helps you a lot. you see things from a different point of view. In any industry, pharma industry, you being among the people for launching a new product, this is the best course. Even pharma, banking, we had people with oil and gas companies also. The people in your company, they see you from a different perspective once you clear this course from and certification. Okay, I'll tell you one small joke. It's like out of this. Colleague of mine, we were just speaking. He told me he was an assistant manager now. He just showed his certificate from IIM and Jigsaw to his boss manager. Sir, I have completed. Believe me, he was saying, Pramod, kal se na iska perspective, he's talking me from a different level. Started giving me a respect. This is the value of the certification done from Jigsaw and IIM. Again, I will tell you, any doubts, whatever it is, Chandrika ma'am has completed her presentation, and you can mail me or you can chat personally also. But believe me, this course value adds a lot to your CV and the way you think about the products, the way you are working right now. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Pramod.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pramod, for this. I'll leave you back with the audience now.
Sure.
So there's somebody from the audience who was asking about, could you please elaborate more on the oil and gas industry, the use of this course in perspective of the oil and gas industry?
Yes, I can take that.
Yeah.
So see, like any other company, even oil and gas industry has a lot of customers, right? Probably you have some 50 odd or 100 odd customers now. You think continuously all of them will be with you? Definitely, if some other company is going to, provide them with oil and gas at a much cheaper rate, they're going to go there. So you need to know, you need to plan for it. Like, what's the churn going to be? Will all of them be with you, right? Or what percent are likely not be with you in the next 6 months or 1 year? And as a result, what is your mitigation plan? So what should you increase your marketing more? Should you increase your marketing budget, or should you hire more salespeople by increasing the sales budget? What is it the plan you want to do, right? Or should you increase the number of products you have from the perspective of current this thing? Why your customers leaving you, right? All this analysis you can do and come up with real world solutions to address these problems. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Amit.
Yes, I think so. Are there any other questions from the audience? Anybody would want to ask? Okay, what is the qualification or background required to be eligible to take up this course?
Yeah, Praveen, I see your question. Like I had displayed 50%, minimum 50% in any of the undergrad degree, and 1 year work experience is what we are looking at. And irrespective of whether you know programming or not or anything, if you don't know, we'll teach you from the scratch. Don't worry about that. And believe me, people of all this thing have learned, and it's not rocket science learning coding. If you have enough passion, if you have enough intention to learn, yes, you can learn.
Thank you, Chandrika. Praveen, thank you for that question. If there is any more questions, we still have a little bit of time. We can take them up. What I would like to also stress upon is for us at the IIT, people who are IIT members, we have got some special benefits and discounts. If you are an IIT member, you want to do any of this course. So we have the business analytics course. We have 2 more courses. One is on cloud computing and product management. So there are a set of discounts ranging from 10% right up to 29% on these courses for IT members. So I have posted the link of the website here in the chat. You could visit the website, get more information on each of these courses. And if you would want to enroll yourself, you just submit your details to us, and the team would get back to you and help you with the enrollment process. What is the course time and fee? This is asked by Magudeshwaran.
Yeah, the duration is 10 months, and the fee, like it varies because if you're coming through IET, it would be different.
Yeah,
I suggest you log into
you've
the
checked the
link that
website. Yeah,
Suman has posted, right? So we don't want to give you the wrong information there, right? And everything is through live webinar sessions, 120 hours, and the rest 30 is in person, based on the pandemic situation.
yeah. So all the breakup, the modules, everything is mentioned there on website. Fees is not mentioned. So you have to go to the website, Subhav, and you have to download the brochure. In that, you have the fees mentioned because it's something that probably keeps on changing. So we have not mentioned one particular fees. So when you download the brochure, you'll see the fees which are there, and there you have Balaji from the team. They said it's 2,65,000 plus taxes, Indian rupees. That's the fees.
Suman, you want to bring
The,
Balaji and Shayan onto the stage so that they can ask any specific questions?
yes, I can.
We do have another 10 minutes. Placement assistance, yes, it will be there. That's why I'm inviting our placement officer, Shine, and Balaji, our sales head. You can ask them specific questions on placement and joining the team, regarding joining the team.
Am I audible?
Yes, Shine, you're audible.
Great. Okay, so
hi, Shine.
Hi everyone. I would like to introduce myself as the head of placements over here, and whatever my experiences with this particular program with ITD, one particular thing I have understood: people who are in the experience range group of 1 years to 5 years. Uh, for them, the demand is quite huge in the market. Saying that, what I want to add is people who are beyond 5 years also, even their demand is quite visible in the market. And in fact, of course, with the higher package. So we have seen packages ranging as high as 30-35 lakhs. And initially, I used to get surprised, but then now I understand that why so high, because it is analytics. And people with a higher experience bracket definitely will have a higher demand. Saying that, one more point I would like to add, which is just because someone is experienced, companies understand that not everyone has got a prior experience of analytics field, but they have got the business domain and the business acumen and that particular experience, which they are clubbing with the new age learners through this program. So that means, one, you have got business experience. Secondly, you have got a good knowledge on the new tools that you are learning through IPPA. Combining these two, the companies are expecting the IPPA professionals to deliver. And of course, the things are proven in the interview rounds. And yep, that's how the things are moving. So with this, I would like to welcome questions.
Thank you, Shine.
Thank you.
Balaji, you want to say something?
Nothing in particular. Just adding on to what Shayan said. This is one of the longest running business analytics program, and the kind of updates we keep doing to the program regularly to be in sync with what the industry wants. I think that's one good reason why a lot of placement success and things happen. So that's how I would want to put it. Any of the other queries, I'm sure if you show your interest in dropping in the leads, my team would be able to help you with all the curriculum details and stuff.
Thanks, Balaji.
Yeah, so that's true that we've been improving this to align to the trending topics and requirements. And best part is everything is taught using real world case studies. That means real world, in the real world, what kind of problems that is there, that is already given to you along with the requisite data sets, and you already have a lot of practice of solving it in pieces, and then that can all be put together in your capstone project when you bring it your own project and apply it in an end-to-end manner, right? So that's why, like, you start baby steps and keep increasing your level of application and finally end it in a big end-to-end project. So, and you also learn a lot in this class. The social learning that happens is also huge because you meet a very different people who have different domain experiences, and they all share their experience, and not only the domain experience and their applications of analytics in their respective areas, right? So that
Yeah.
way, it's the whole experience itself is really a remarkable one.
True. So there's a question on the website. I went through the website. It's leading me to register for the course. It means only for registering. So once you register for the course on the website that we have given, you actually submit your details. There will be somebody from the Jigsaw team who would get in touch with you, tell you more about the course in detail, and then you will be able to register with the course, with the fees and everything else. In this through this website, we are just checking in how many people are interested on this and submitting your details if you are interested in any of these courses. So when you submit on this website, you're not registering as per se for the course, you're registering as your interest, you're showing your interest that way.
So, Suman, if I can just add on to what you have to add, this is an on-merit selection program, right? So, once someone talks to a counseling team, then we'll figure out if this program matches their experience requirement. There is a test they have to pass there. There is an interview process done from the IM interview panel, and only on that an offer letter is released and stuff. So, this is clearly an on-merit selection.
True. So, regarding the IIT membership, so for IIT members, like we said, we have, because of this partnership, there are some exclusive discounts. For this particular course, it's 10%. For the other courses, it varies. It's up to 29%. So, in the registration part, there is a place wherein it asks you if you're an IIT member or not. If you are, then you're eligible for the discount. If you're not, then you're not eligible for the discount. And if you would want to become an IIT member, not only to get discounts on the course, but also to get more benefits or know about more benefits, there is a contact segment in the website. You can just send a mail to us if you would want to become an IIT member. So yeah, that's a special offer for only members of the IIT as of now. For anybody else, you can just go to the Jigsaw website and find out more about the course and talk to the team there. So that's about it. I think we are close to the time.
Yeah.
And
so, folks, if there are any more questions, quickly ask. Otherwise, thank you so much for being part of this.
Yes, and thank you, Chandrika.
Our website, and we are open to answer any questions at any point in time. Thank you so much for being such a nice audience.
Thank you, Chandrika, for being part of
one
this.
last thing. I would have expected a little more curiosity, little more inquisitiveness. That's what is required as a business analyst or a data analyst or a data scientist. I would have been really happy if you had asked more questions. But then again, probably I'm hoping you all are thinking about this and plan to ask more later. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. This course is in partnership with IIM Indore people. So this course is not taught by the Manipal faculty, as one of you has asked.
Also, it's a combination of Manipal faculty.
Okay.
I mean, Jigsaw faculty.
Jigsaw faculty.
And IIM Indore faculty. It's a combination. Both will teach.
Okay. So great. If any of you have any more questions, I'll be sending a mail to all of you with more details about the course and what you could do and some key takeaways from the session. You could always write to us or write to me to know more about any questions that you have regarding business analytics or data science. I would be more than happy to pass it on to Chandrika and the team at Jigsaw to get back with those answers. In the meanwhile, please take care, stay safe, have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Shayan. Thank you, Balaji, for being part of this. And thank you to the other team of Jigsaw for being part of this too.
Thank you,
pleasure
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Pramod. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank
awesome
you.
audience. Thank you.
Thank you, audience.